Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Carly. I am a wife and mom of 4 boys, and we are expecting our 5th child this June. Today I am going to talk about living off of your previous month's income. Now, what does it mean to live off your previous month's income? It means that for the month of January, you are living off of the money that you made in the month of December. So you are using December's money to pay all your bills that you have in January. And then with every paycheck that comes in January, you are putting that money aside to then pay for your February bills. All right, now that you know what it means to live off your last month's income, I'm going to explain why I find it to be extremely beneficial. There are a couple reasons. One is that it gives you a lot more control over your budget, because instead of having to kind of guesstimate how much you think you're going to make in a given month, you know exactly how much you made in the month of December, and then you can then budget that exact amount to pay your bills for the month of January. This gives you way more control in your budget. It allows you to budget everything down to the last penny. Like we have talked about in a previous video, why it's important to budget down to like exactly as much money as you made for the month. Another reason it is very beneficial is that it also just makes saving a lot easier. Because again, you know exactly how much money you have to work with. You'll know exactly how much money from your income of December you need to use to pay your bills, and then you'll know exactly how much is left over. So you can see what then with that leftover money, you can put that aside for various sinking funds. You can put that aside for paying off debt, or you can also then use that money to invest into your 401k or your brokerage accounts or whatever else it is that you want to use that extra money for. So it just makes your budgeting a whole lot easier, and it also makes saving and planning a whole lot easier. The reason I like it so much too is I like to be able to pay all my bills at the beginning of the month rather than having to wait to pay bills depending on when I get paid. So for us, it's really nice to get all those bills paid right away at the beginning of the month. They're out of sight, out of mind. I don't have to worry about it. And then I don't have to worry about, keeping that money sitting in my bank account because I know that my mortgage bill is coming out. Instead, I'm like, no, it's already paid. Don't have to worry about it. So it makes living a lot less stressful for me personally. All right. So how do you start living off of your last month's income? Obviously, you're not going to be able to just start putting your money aside in January and not spend it till February because we're only halfway through the month. And I'm sure you still, you need that money to live off of, right? So there's a couple different things that you can do. Brian and I actually borrowed from our emergency fund. So we were able to borrow from our emergency fund to start out this process. And then over a few months, we put that money back into our emergency fund. So it was brought back up to the amount that we wanted. Obviously, that isn't an option for everyone. Not everyone has a fully funded emergency fund. So you could either really tighten up your budget for a few months to save up as much as possible, live off of that ramen noodles, mac and cheese, beans and rice, Dave Ramsey lifestyle. Or you could also start a side hustle for a little bit to more quickly, save up that money. But what you want to do is you want to try and save up that money as fast as possible. So if you know that you need at least $3,000 to live off of, in a given month just to pay your bills, then you want to save up that $3,000 as fast as possible. So that way you can start living off of your previous month's income. So now that you guys know what living off of your previous month's income is, why it's beneficial, how to do it, let me know in the comments below if any of you have ever tried living off your previous month's income, are going to try living off your previous month's income, and how you liked it, and if you felt like it was a really good thing for your family. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any of my future videos.